Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of My Hobby. So you may remember in one of Webby's requests, I made a little bit of a joke about Thomas's handbrake. I then thought, wait a minute, and then that sent me down the rabbit hole of things in Thomas that don't make sense. I know it's a kids show, I know, but bear with me on this. So I have some questions here. If anyone can answer these, please do let me know. Why is Henry afraid of the rain? Obviously, sad story of Henry. Once an engineer attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. Why? He said it would spoil his paint. Has his paint only just been applied? No, obviously not. He was deathly afraid of it when he gets hosed down just like any other engine and he gets water put in his tender and he's got water in his boiler. So why is he scared of the stuff that falls from the sky? He says it will spoil his paint. How will rain spoil it? Yeah, you might get some streaks, but that could easily be wiped off. Why was he afraid? How could Thomas not know he wasn't pulling the coaches? Now, surely, in get this episode right, Thomas's train? No. Yeah, Thomas's train. It was Thomas and the trucks, weren't it? Anyway, Thomas's train. He gets to take a passenger train. Surely he'd know that there wasn't any weight behind him. Surely he'd know that he wasn't coupled up. You know, surely he'd feel his coupling was slack. He wouldn't feel the weight of the coaches. How could he not know? And I mean, from the episode, it looked like he'd gone miles. Why don't the trucks get told off for bumping engines? This is one thing that bugs me. The trucks can do whatever the hell they want and the engine gets in trouble. I know that the engine's supposed to be in control of the trucks, but the trucks are the ones to blame. Just think about it. If Sir Topham Hatt told off every single truck on Sodor, accidents, they'd be non-existent. And the ones that did exist would be because of an engine's own vanity. Okay? I mean, think about how many... There was dirty objects. There was Thomas and the trucks. There was a close shave. There are so many accidents where the trucks are being stupid and they end up causing accidents, which engines then get told off for. Sticking on that, why don't the driver and fireman get told off? They're the ones supposed to be in control of the engine. I mean, they make it clear in these episodes that, you know, he tried to stop, but he couldn't without his driver and fireman. You know, so obviously they play a part in this. You know, they've got to do some work. So why is it an engine has a crash or they have an accident, it's the engine's fault, when the driver and fireman are the ones holding the regulator? Someone explain that to me. This is one that has annoyed me since the beginning. Why was James fitted with wooden brake blocks? What designer, what builder, what locomotive works thought, yeah, wood, they'll be perfect. For brakes, for things that generate heat. I do not get it. I do not understand. It might have been cheaper, but come on. Seriously. How could a water tower be out of order? So, the Gone Fishing episode, you know, the water tower's out of order. How could it be? The only way it could be is if there's something wrong with the apparatus that transfers water, you know, from you turn the tap on, opens the valve, and then lets the water come from the tower into the pipe. Or if it was just empty of water. In which case, that shouldn't be allowed to happen. Neither of that should be allowed to happen on Sodor, where the majority of the engines are steam. How could Thomas damage his snowplow? In the snow episode, I think it was snow, Thomas Terrence in the snow, sorry. Thomas hates his snowplow, he shakes it and he bangs it. He is not CGI Thomas. He can't throw stuff around. He has rigidity to him. He's a locomotive. He can't just shake it. It just does not make any sense. You see, I bet you're all thinking about all this now, aren't you? This one. Well done, Percy. You started so quickly that you stopped a nasty accident. Percy did not bloody move until Gordon had stopped. When Percy opened his eyes, Gordon's buffet had stopped a few inches from his own. He runs away into the bank of earth. Gordon comes to rescue him. Well done, Percy. You started so quickly, you stopped a nasty accident. Gordon, you were there. You were the one that stopped. How did Welsh Coal make Henry a better steamer? Now, as we all know, Henry's got a small firebox, so it can't make enough heat. So how come Sodor coal doesn't work, but Welsh coal is better? Now, there was a theory on this, that it's because it's from Wales. And, it might be able to put out more heat, but I still don't believe that. Someone in the comments, let me know about coal. Sticking on Henry. After the Flying Kipper, he has a crash and he has to go off and get rebuilt. You know where this is going. I know that, he's not exactly an Atlantic. That's what's the Top of Mat ordered. But let's say for the sake of argument, because that's what Top of Mat wanted. He wanted an Atlantic. Henry comes in as a botched Atlantic, has his crash, comes back as a Black 5. How is that possible? There are a lot of theories surrounding this one, saying that they just sent a Black 5 and got rid of the original Henry, but they can't have done because he's got all the same memories as pre-crash Henry. Why didn't the Fat Controller believe Duck? What was it called? The episode where Diesel starts spreading lies and the other engines believe that, and they don't believe Duck. Diesel's only just arrived on the island. Duck has been there for quite a while and he's proved himself to be a hard worker. Yeah, he has a bit of a joke every now and then, but he mainly works hard. So why didn't the Fat Controller believe him? And then in a close shave, after the crash at the barber shop, I've sent him packing. I never believed him. Well, why did you need to send Duck away then if you never believed Diesel? Makes no sense. Why was the cleaner meddling with Thomas's controls? Thomas comes to breakfast. Really, he was only moving because a careless cleaner had meddled with his controls. Right. Reverser should have been set to mid-gear. Regulator should be off. And the handbrake should be applied. You've got 3 things there to stop an engine from moving. Now, the reverser on tank engines is typically just a forward and backward one. It's not a winder. It's just forward and backward because you're going to be moving around quite a lot. That's fine. The brake, we actually see Thomas's cab. It's got a combination brake. And even if that had been taken off and the reverser had somehow been pushed forward, the handbrake would have to be completely taken off in order for Thomas to do any moving, surely. Let me know on that one. I bet I'm overthinking that one. Sticking on that episode, why was Thomas blamed for that? Just, you need to go to the works to be repaired. They never go gallivanting off to breakfast. Why wasn't the cleaner prosecuted for causing that accident? I mean, you remember that song I did quite a while back? The man that put the engine in the chip shop? He was getting the engine ready and then just left it. And who got in trouble? The man that put the engine in the chip shop, not the engine itself. So the humans need to take more responsibility in this universe. What are swerves? I hate Daisy as a character. My fitter says I'm highly sprung and right up to date. Any hard work is bad for my swerves. Fine, if you're highly sprung and right up to date, you're the maximum comfort. That's what rail cars are made for. Basically, buses on rails. But why does she keep going on about swerves? And what the hell are they? Is it meant to be a vibe? It's bad for my vibe. It's bad for my personality. Daisy needs to answer for that one. Seriously. How could Gordon's driver mistake a hat for a flag? So wrong road. They're very late. It is quite foggy, judging by the episode. And a lady in a green floppy hat is saying goodbye to her friend. Surely, if it's night and it's foggy, they should be using a lamp, not a flag. Flags are mainly a daytime thing when you've got good visibility. So how could he mistake it? Surely a hat has got a different shape to a flag. And for the final one, for the moment anyway, why wasn't Duke transferred with Stuart and Falcon? So the closure of the Mid-Sodal Railway, Stuart and Falcon get sent, but Duke stays there. And he eventually ends up getting buried. Now, I do recall one of the sentences in the book said that he was old, and that's the reason why they didn't take him. And yet, once Duke gets discovered, where does he end up? He ends up with Stuart and Falcon, who have ended up becoming Peter, Sam and Rhaenyra. So why not just save all that time and hassle and take Duke with you? Maybe not, but surely you could have done something to help him. Surely you could have taken him along to keep Stuart and Falcon, later Sir Handel and Peter Sam, in check. So those are some Thomas questions that have been bugging me. And I am sure there'll be a lot more to come. And if you have any questions like that don't make sense, let me know in the comments. And if you have an answer for any of those, then pop them in the comments as well. And also, if you can explain anything that I've said, i.e. about the Welsh coal, how it can be a short-term remedy for Henry, let me know on that. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment and subscribe. Always much appreciated. And until next time, stay safe and thanks for watching.